Welcome to Switch Game List. Join me as I count down my top 10 new Nintendo Switch games to play in 2025. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Mika and the Witch's Mountain puts you in the shoes of a witch in training who must prove herself worthy of becoming a full-fledged witch. You'll fly around on your broom delivering packages to villagers while mastering your flying skills and magical abilities. The game mixes delivery missions with exploration elements as you discover the mountain's secrets. The art style feels like stepping into a Studio Ghibli film, which honestly sold me immediately. The controls take some getting used to, but nailing a perfect landing after zooming through narrow passages feels genuinely rewarding. Undying tells the story of Onling, a mother who's been bitten by a zombie and must prepare her son Cody for survival before her inevitable transformation. You'll scavenge for supplies, craft weapons, and teach Cody the skills he'll need to survive on his own. What sets this game apart is how it handles the mother-son relationship as time runs out. The constant pressure of Onling's infection creates real tension in every decision you make. This isn't just another zombie game, it hits harder because the stakes feel personal, and the ticking clock mechanic works surprisingly well. Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist, drops you into a haunting world where you play as Lilac, a girl with the power to absorb and utilize the abilities of creatures she defeats. The combat blends Metroidvania exploration with a unique blood system that lets you customize your fighting style. The world building deserves credit for creating an atmosphere that's both beautiful and unsettling. The difficulty curve ramps up quicker than expected, so be prepared for some challenging boss fights. The story unfolds through environmental storytelling rather than cutscenes, which I found refreshing in today's hand-holding game landscape. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD brings the Wii Classic to Switch with updated visuals and smoother performance. DK and Diddy Kong must recover their stolen banana horde from the Tiki Talk tribe who've hypnotized the island's animals. The game maintains its challenging platform precision while adding some quality-of-life improvements. The minecart and rocket barrel levels still induce the same controller-gripping tension as they did years ago. This remaster hits the sweet spot between nostalgia and accessibility. The co-op mode makes this a great pick for playing with friends who might not normally touch platformers. Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6. Remastered bundles 3 classic Lara Croft adventures with modernized controls and visual upgrades. These games cover Lara's adventures in Egypt, Paris, and various locations around the world as she hunts for ancient artifacts. The collection preserves the grid-based movement and puzzle solving that defined the series' early days. The ability to switch between original and enhanced graphics with a button press works surprisingly well. These games show their age in some respects, but the level design and environmental puzzles still hold up. The fixed camera angles might frustrate newer players, though.
It looks like I need something to force this open.
Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2 continues the story of Spriggan van Arkride and his allies as they navigate the political intrigue of Calvard Republic. The turn-based combat builds on the previous game with new tactical options and an expanded orbment system. This entry doubles down on the series' strengths, detailed world building, and character development. The game assumes you've played the previous entry, so newcomers might feel lost in the dense plot. Despite the learning curve, the battle system rewards strategic thinking in ways most RPGs don't bother with. The localization quality has improved significantly from earlier Trails games. Sugardew Island. Your cozy farm shop combines farming simulation with shop management. You'll grow crops, craft items, and build relationships with the quirky island residents while expanding your business. The progression feels natural as you unlock new areas of the island and discover rare resources. The day-night cycle keeps you making tough choices about how to spend your limited time. The developers clearly took notes from games like Stardew Valley, but added enough unique elements to make this stand on its own. The fishing minigame might be the most relaxing one I've encountered in the genre. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster revives two PS1 classics with upgraded visuals while maintaining the core gameplay that made the originals cult favorites. These JRPGs feature 108 real characters, strategic turn-based combat, and war battle segments as you build an army to fight against oppressive empires. The remaster adds autosave, fast forward, and other modern conveniences. The sprite work looks sharp on the Switch screen, and the reorchestrated soundtrack hits all the right nostalgic notes. These games pioneered many ideas that later RPGs would adopt, making them historically significant beyond just being fun to play. ReSetna combines time manipulation puzzles with tactical combat. You play as Setna, who can rewind time to correct mistakes and create multiple versions of herself to solve increasingly complex challenges. The game introduces its mechanics gradually before throwing mind-bending scenarios at you that require coordinating with your past selves. The sacrifice one timeline to save another choices create genuine moral dilemmas throughout the story. The art style uses a limited color palette that somehow makes the time-bending visuals easier to follow. This might be the sleeper hit of the year for puzzle fans seeking something fresh. On Your Tail casts you as a detective fox solving mysteries in a Mediterranean-inspired town filled with animal citizens. The investigation gameplay mixes visual novel elements with environmental puzzle solving as you question suspects and search for clues. The day cycle system means characters move around town on schedules, adding realism to your sleuthing. The writing handles serious themes with surprising depth despite the cute animal aesthetic. The side activities like fishing and cooking provide nice breaks from the main case. The developers clearly love both detective fiction and animal puns, sometimes to a fault. Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment, let's chat about it. See you in the next one.